All right. So the goal today is to obviously do the scheduler discovery, and this is how we identify how your particular company handles their overall scheduling process. And then we also go through like this discovery, which gets the information from you of how do you do your scheduling, what is required for your scheduling, what are your goals for a successful rollout, and what are you really looking for with the scheduler built. So think about your goals and expectations. What are your goals for this implementation? Probably sounds really hokey or generic, but we like to get a good idea of what you're ultimately looking to accomplish with this.
Just more modern, smooth rollout. Like employees being able to like drop shifts through online chronos and other staff being able to see what shifts are available that they might be able to pick up. Just
Mm-hmm.
something more forward,
Okay.
not so old school.
So, putting some ownership into the employees' hands via
Yeah.
ownership of an employees. They can go in there at any time and pick up shifts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so how are you currently scheduling now?
So right now, the two managers, I don't know if the pediatrics is the same, but I know orthodontics, they're on a 4-week rotation.
Mm-hmm.
She just manually looks at the schedule, plugs the staff into the schedule, and then emails it out, the manual copy.
Okay, so it is more or less a manual process.
It's all manual.
Okay.
And then, yeah, staff, they just get 10 million emails because they can't work this day, they can't work that day.
Okay. So really, I think what I'm hearing is one of the big goals is automation of just the everyday scheduling.
Yeah, and to make it
Okay.
easier for staff to exactly take it into their own hands and not just sit there and wait for a response from the scheduler to see what they can do.
Okay. Okay. So those are some pretty big goals, good goals rather. Anything else in particular that you had in mind?
Mm, not really. I imagine being digital will make less room for errors, which would be nice.
Yes. Yes.
It's not even me, right? Like, we actually have no part in scheduling, but I just hear how much of a headache it is for the schedulers.
Yeah, for sure. I
It's
think
real
that's
big
pretty
lazy
much
to do.
any industry.
Exactly.
I worked in staffing in Richmond Hospital, so
Oh,
I feel you.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So we have 3 good goals. Do you have any specific expectations during the implementation? Expectation of us?
No, I'm, just the normal being able to answer questions right away when we need to.
Okay.
didn't know you'd be
Okay.
writing a test today, did you, Kelly?
Oh no, I'm actually pretty good with testing, so I
That's
like.
good. Yeah, that's how you really know things working if you're getting there trying to break it, so to
Yep.
speak. So that's good. Okay. And any criteria that you would use to measure the success of the implementation?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. So I'll throw one out there is user adoption. That's how I, just being on this side of things, that's how I kind of measure the success of an overall, system rollout is user adoption. Whether that's you, the managers, or the users, how
Mm-hmm.
are they liking it? Are they adapting to it well? Is everyone, as a team coming together to figure it out and be open to the new system. So that's really going to be, for you guys, I think, a measure. Right. So let's just talk about your overall scheduling process. There's some questions here, and this, again, just helps us get a good idea of the specifics around your organization. So I think you had said there was other parties that actually create the schedules for your organization.
Correct.
Would that be the scheduling managers, or do you have a particular term for them?
Yeah, so scheduling manager. So for the pediatrics, her name's Michelle, and then for orthodontics, it's Katrina. But the scheduling managers.
Pediatrics, and Katrina was
Orthodontics.
orthodontics. Okay. So are those also the two that are responsible for creating the schedules?
Correct. They take care of everything right now.
Okay. So you have a standard period that you schedule for in your organization, biweekly. I think Stephen had actually sent me over a template that you had previously submitted, so I do see some variance in the schedule cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So are we still on a week-to-week cycle, meaning that the weekly schedule is going to be the same every week? You just post it for different periods of time based on...
Correct. So by that you mean, so we send it out like per month
Mhm.
schedule, but yeah, so for the each weeks, the schedule would be the same. Like we need the same amount of people this Monday, Tuesday, and
Okay.
then it's like 4 weeks. It's different. Ugh, trying to explain this properly. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
I
like
think
a 4 week cycle.
so they're posted out into the future for different lengths of time.
Yeah, but so week one, it's always, we need this many CDAs on Monday, this many CDAs Tuesday. Week two is always the same, week three, week four, and then it starts back week 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gotcha.
And they get sent out monthly to staff. As far as a schedule in terms of posting it out, it varies. Like it's whenever they're able to send it out to staff.
Okay.
They wait till it's finalized as much as possible.
Gotcha. Do you have multiple EINs? I don't think you do you?
No, we don't use EINs up here.
Okay.
Okay. Guess I have no idea what that is.
And do you have multiple locations that you schedule for?
Correct. We have
Okay.
4.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was looking at your cost centers, and I kind of thought that would be a yes. And how many of your employees do you typically schedule for? So I think total you have about 171 in the system right now.
Yeah, so let's say like 150 are on the
Okay.
schedules at the most,
Okay.
because there's the admin team, they don't really have schedules, and a
Gotcha.
couple of the other ones are on their own stuff.
Okay. Now, are you primarily working business hours? You have anything like kind of outside of...
No, nothing unusual. Just Monday, Saturday, 7:40 to 5 is kind of the typical hours that everyone fits in.
Okay. 5. So you're off or closed Sundays?
Correct.
So what I did previously is I extracted all of your cost centers. And then what I was noticing is there was some really position specific roles. So
Right.
one of the things that we're going to do is identify which of these cost centers will be an actual schedulable skill. Think of it as a skill, aka a prerequisite. The system won't schedule you for this shift if you do not have this as one of your skills. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then you can set a primary skill. So what's your preferred skill shift to work? But then you can also assign additional skills to the person. Well, they're lead pediatric primarily, but they can also be a standard pediatric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, about how you would also think about like the TLM profiles. If there are going to be, if these are all the same with respect to work time availability, some of the rules that you're going to create, if there's a maximum consecutive number of work days or maximum number of hours, this is where we also start to incorporate some of those rules, warnings, or whatnot too. So
Mhm.
if pretty much the rules are going to be the same across the board, then we wouldn't necessarily need a schedule setting for every location and every working group.
Mhm.
So just kind of think about that.
Okay, that's not bad.
But I don't want you to feel like you're on your own. So what I would like to do, if it's okay with you, is schedule a follow-up session perhaps next week, depending on your availability, so we can reconnect and say, okay, where are we at with imports? Where are we at with the discovery? Are you hitting any roadblocks or speed bumps with doing the imports and things of that nature?
Okay, Raquel messaged me that she wanted to set up a call on Monday, but that won't work for me because I need more time to get all this.
It is Friday afternoon.
Yeah, this is just not getting done. Let's say I'm gonna check her schedule. I'm leaning towards more Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Curriculum reviews. Okay, Thursday afternoon or would Thursday afternoon work for you at all?
That's on the 3rd.
The third, yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
see. And you,
remember, your afternoon is later than ours.
right. Yeah.
That
So
might not work. Well,
that's
if we did, what's the latest you're in?
I leave here about 5:30 Eastern time. So that's what,
Oh, it's
2:30
late.
your time?
I was thinking around like 1 p.m. That'd be like 4 p.m. your time then,
Yeah, we can do that.
if
Yeah, I'm
that
free.
works. If you guys prefer a different day.
Okay, so we'll say 12 your time. All right, so you have a couple emails coming your way, one for the invite and then the imports. Okay.
Okay, call with Rachel and Steven. There we go. Okay. And then I guess you'll send me all the imports then sometime today or next week.
Yep, it'll be coming your way in just a few minutes. Okay.
Awesome. So I'll get working on that.
All right. All right. Yep. Reach out to me though if you have any questions or you're having like severe issues with the import. But don't feel like you have to wait. I am here outside of our
Now,
call.
sorry, Kelly, you mentioned something about not being available on Monday. Does,
Um,
does that
no,
include our call on Monday?
no, I'm available on Monday. I was just thinking
Okay.
for Rachel, for the scheduling part, the portion, I'm not ready for Monday.
Okay. No problem.
But yeah, in terms of our call on Monday, there's just one small thing I want to update you, but we can do that next week.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem.
All right. Well, I
All
thank
right.
you all for your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.